Good afternoon, friends. It's Wilnise here. Is the lighting good? Let's see if I need a little bit more light. Is that a little bit better? There we go. Good afternoon, friends. It's Wilnise here with the Florida School of Holistic Living with our plant of the month, Lippia Alba, or what some of us know as Juanilama in spaces like Haiti in the Caribbean. It is also known as our wild munt. I actually have it growing here in my space in Central Florida. And some of us might even recognize this particular plant as Florida's lemon verbena. Another common name that we often refer to this beautiful plant ally, very aromatic, is Oaxaca Lemon Balm, right? This particular plant of the Verbenaceae family is an aromatic plant ally native to the subtropical and tropical spaces of this land, as well as spaces of Latin America, the Caribbean, and other parts of the diaspora. This particular plant has been used as folk medicine for folks all throughout kitchen herbal apothecaries for eons, a plant ally specifically to the indigenous population of those spaces as a cooling, sweet, refreshing plant ally to include in their herbal apothecaries. In Haiti, where my native family is from, this particular plant we consider as a wild mint and use it in the likes for digestive ailments, stomach ailments, right? We see this plant as a carminative. So for those of us who suffer from things like gas, right, or irritable tummies, we often call to this particular plant ally to kind of soothe and cool some of digestive upset, or some could even say some digestive fire that could be erupting in the system. This, though it's not considered a verbena, this is a beautifully aromatic and very sweet to scent. I love implementing this plant medicine in herbal liaisons, as well as handy hydrosols, right? Hydrosols are a form of plant hydrotherapy, right? Where we take the essence and the volatile oils of the particular plant medicine and create a mist, right? Where we can use topically. So this particular plant is often seen in spaces like Haiti or Latin America or the southern aspects of the Americas as being analgesic. I know in Haiti, we often call to this plant for protection postpartumly for mom and babe. This wild mint is often given to children, right, for colic as well. And just a beautiful plant ally to include in your herbal apothecaries. The advantage of us here in Florida is that our climates mimic those of the subtropical and tropical regions as being a subtropical space. So growing this plant is super easy. It's very abundant and sprawls out like most of your running mints, right? It doesn't necessarily have that much of a square stem as we can identify our mint family with, but it's a beautiful plant ally in any garden space. Our local moths and wasps and bees and butterflies and swallowtails specifically love eating and feasting on the nectar of the flowers of this plant ally. And I know I'm a little too far so that you cannot necessarily see bits of the plant as well as parts of it that are flowering. It has beautiful lilac blossoms, cluster blossoms that grow opposite of the leaf on each stem. And it's a beautiful plant ally to include in your gardens to invite some of our wildlife like our hummingbirds, our butterflies, and those of the like to populate and encourage some of nature's goodness into your garden space. Lemon verbena is similar in scent, right, aromatically, but I find Lippia Alba, or another common name for this particular plant ally, is Juanilama. as being slightly sweeter in its notes. Beautiful hydrosol. Whenever you are using plant materials, especially our aromatics, a lot of the volatile oils are easier to access via hydrosol if we didn't want to use something like an essential oil. But this particular plant's popularity, specifically medicinally, it has beautiful access to essential oils. Its essential oils are often used to satiate like heat exhaustion and what we know in IT as tête chaud or chalet, right? And that is translated as hot head. This beautiful plant ally does a beautiful job at cooling the system and bringing a little bit of moisture. For some folks, it can be drying depending on the constituent, but it is bitter to taste as well as sweet. It's cooling and slightly drying, aromatic, and a beautiful plant ally to include in your herbal apothecaries. Beautiful, humbling plant to grow in your garden spaces. In IET, we often see this wild plant used to ward off evil and protect the spaces. I often see, like most mints, incorporated to be a plant of Venus, right? Because of its aromatic qualities and just how potent it is and just how abundant the essential oils are to the plant. I often align plants that have higher content of volatile oils that are more present for us to indulge in, right? Through its aromatics as being of Venetian quality. So I often align this plant in just my personal experience with it and research to being a plant aligned with the planet Venus. But if anyone has any questions, this is the Florida Holistic School of Living's plant, June, right? Plant of the month, Oaxaca Lemon Verbena, Florida's Lemon Verbena, Juanilama, Batsma grass, so many names. Such beautiful ways to include this plant medicine into your herbal apothecaries, your kitchens, and your garden spaces. My name is Wilnise Francois, and I hope you have a beautiful afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna have to get up to shut it off.